Okay, so on day 2, I was just looking. I didn't write too much in particular about my thoughts and that type of thing. I mostly wrote down things from books that I was reading, things that I wanted to remember. So I will. That's basically going to consist of day two's writing. But what I did write before that was there's always more to learn. A big one though was that I really need to love myself. Yeah, I think at that point I knew that I needed to love myself, but I didn't quite understand what that meant. But that was coming. Okay, so I read like 3.5 books, almost 4 books in a week while I was there. One of them, or 5 maybe, I don't know. Anyway, these were the things that I wrote from The Secret. Make your last thoughts before sleep good thoughts. Your thoughts are seeds, and the harvest you reap will depend on the seeds you plant. I am the master of my thoughts. If you're feeling good, then you're creating a future that's on track with your desires. Your feelings are your frequency feedback mechanism. That one I think was quite interesting. Just using your feelings to become aware of what's going on with you before your thoughts run away and you go down into a spiral of thoughts. There is no greater power in the universe than the power of love. The feeling of love is the highest frequency you can emit. If you could wrap every thought in love, if you could love everything and everyone, your life would be transformed. That, I think, is really, really powerful and is, in essence, probably the biggest thing I realized during the week. And I'm trying to put into action every day. Not really good at it yet, but I'm doing my best. And then another book that I was reading was called Journey to Joyful. Wealth has very little to do with financial gain and much more to do with living in balance and continual personal growth, which I identify with fully because I've never been a money-driven person, unfortunately. It has caused some problems because I really don't have any attachment to money at all. So it does get in my way a bit. I get frustrated. But I still would rather that than it be a controlling factor in my life. Any life lacking success and balance in any one of the 5 major areas, body, emotions, abundance, mind, and spirit, will know suffering. So again, not again, I'm saying it more to myself, balance for everything. In order to get a balanced state of being, a lot of inner reflection and healing is necessary. Yeah, there's no shortcuts. I am committed to being remembered for my strength and light instead of for the details of my life that could be seen as tragic. I really, I felt like I had written that sentence rather than the author of the book. And I feel like that's sort of like a thing to live by. Committing to a healthy path of healing is the most important decision I have ever made. Again, I felt like I wrote that and not the author. I know the dark moments, days, and years are not all in vain, and I can smile and be proud of the courage my soul has shown. Yeah, we'll get into what I've been through, but that resonates quite deeply with me. The other next one is just the concept of being an eternal student. I love learning, but I need to realize that it's not just more in an academic sense. It's learning more about myself, learning more about life, learning more about other people, and yeah, just in general learning all day, every day. God does not lead us through deep waters to drown us, but to cleanse us. That's just, I think, is a really beautiful analogy for accepting and understanding why we go through the bad times. Because when we're in them, or even looking back, we often, oh yeah, that messed up my life, whatever. But to make it, to realize that you wouldn't be where you are today, and you wouldn't be, you wouldn't be you if it wasn't for those things, makes you grateful for them rather than resenting them. Regardless of whether we're flying high at the peak or floating low in the valley, we have available to us the equanimity within a quiet mind, an open heart to celebrate it all. Regardless of whether we're flying high at the peak or floating low in the valley, we have available to us the equanimity within a quiet mind, an open heart to celebrate it all. I think that's really, really, really awesome, and I think that's sort of it's like the ideal way to live, that no matter how good or bad things are, that you're still living and appreciating and celebrating it, which is sort of goes against our nature, thinking, well, why would we celebrate the bad things? But when you understand that the bad things are not bad things, actually, at the end of the day, they just things, it makes a big difference. So yeah, that's about it for today. It wasn't anything too hectic. And oh wow, day 3's got quite a bit more stuff, and I will do that tomorrow.